Do you think forgetting things is something natural with age? I used to think that way too, until I discovered the 60 seconds trick that makes a group of forgetful grandparents think more clearly than many 30-year-olds. Hello. I'm neurologist for over 30 years, helping elderly people maintain a clear, strong, and active mind. No matter how many candles are on the birthday cake, tell me something, have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or blanked out trying to remember the name of someone you've known for years? Felt that the words are in your head, but you can't bring them out clearly? You're not alone. Every day I hear similar stories in my office. For a long time, I believed these memory lapses were simply part of aging. Until I started observing something different. People in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who not only maintained sharp memory, but also moved with confidence, expressed themselves clearly, and remembered childhood details as if they had happened yesterday. The difference wasn't a miracle pill or expensive therapy. It was a small routine, a set of simple movements that awaken areas of the brain we normally let sleep. Movements that anyone can do sitting in a chair, without effort, without risks, and without special equipment. You don't even need to stand up. I end this video. I'll teach you this routine. 5 short exercises that activate the most important areas of the brain, like memory, concentration, balance, and mental clarity. And if you stay until the end, you'll learn how to combine them all into a powerful sequence that takes exactly 1 minute per day. 1 minute, that's all it takes. But it's a minute that can give you back 20 years of mental youth. Because it's never too late to awaken the mind, most people believe that memory loss begins suddenly. As if from one day to the next they simply stopped remembering names, dates, or daily tasks. But the truth is that mental decline is silent, progressive, and often goes unnoticed until it has advanced too far. It all starts with small signs. Do you struggle to find a word? Forget why you entered a room? Have difficulty following a long conversation or feel you no longer think with the same agility as before? You might attribute this to stress, fatigue, or poor sleep, but in reality, it's your brain sending fatigue signals over time. Without adequate stimulation, certain areas of the brain begin to disconnect. The hippocampus, responsible for memory, becomes slower. The cerebellum loses part of its coordination and balance function, and circulation to the brain gradually diminishes. It's like a plant that stops receiving water. It doesn't die immediately, but begins to wither from within. The good news is that, just as a plant can bloom again with proper watering, the brain can also be reactivated. It just needs specific and consistent stimulation. And we're not talking about hours of training or complex techniques, just 1 minute per day. Exercise 1. Toe movement. It may seem strange to start with the feet when talking about improving memory. But this exercise has a powerful neurological foundation. The toes are directly connected to the cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for balance, coordination, and also cognitive functions like attention. By moving them consciously, you awaken neural pathways that have been inactive for years. It's like turning on a forgotten switch. And the results, however incredible they may seem, have been proven by both science and real people. One of them is Mr. Ramon Garcia, a 75-year-old man living in Madrid. When he came to my office, he had difficulty going up and down stairs. He stumbled while walking and avoided going out alone for fear of falling. His legs weren't weak, but his brain had lost connection with his body. I proposed a very simple exercise: move your toes every day for 1 minute. At first, he laughed. Moving my toes will help with my memory? He asked, but agreed to try. The exercise consists of sitting in a comfortable chair, lifting the toes of both feet at the same time and holding them up for 5 seconds. Then, lower them and press firmly against the floor for another 5 seconds. Next, massage the floor with your toe tips for another 10 seconds, and finally, open and close your toes for an additional 10 seconds. In total, 30 seconds. If you repeat twice, you complete 1 minute. After 15 days, Mr. Ramon returned and told me, "Doctor, now I walk more steadily. I no longer need to lean on things as much. And most curiously, I feel my mind clearer, as if there's more light inside me." A study conducted by the University of Tokyo confirmed what Mr. Ramon experienced. Elderly people who practiced this exercise for 3 weeks significantly improved their balance, coordination, and also memory compared to those who didn't do it. It's a simple but profound movement. You don't need a gym, special clothes, or physical effort. You just need a few minutes and your feet. Because sometimes reactivating the mind starts from the ground up. Exercise 2, gentle neck movement. The second exercise is one of the most important because it acts on a problem that often goes unnoticed: poor circulation to the brain. When blood doesn't flow properly, the oxygen and nutrients the brain needs don't arrive in sufficient quantities. And what's the result? A slower, cloudier, less alert mind. What few people know is that the neck functions as a crucial bridge between the body and the brain. If this bridge tenses or stiffens due to stress, poor posture, or lack of movement, blood flow narrows. It's like bending a hose. Water stops flowing normally. This exercise was designed precisely to free that bridge. Done sitting with a straight back and relaxed shoulders. Simply turn your head slowly to the right as far as comfortable, without forcing. Return to center and do the same to the left. Then lift your gaze as if you wanted to see the sky and hold for a few seconds. Finally, lower your head gently, bringing your chin toward your chest. All done calmly and attentively. It takes only 30 seconds. If you do it twice a day, you'll be offering your brain a full minute of renewed circulation. And the benefits don't take long to appear: more mental clarity, less feeling of heaviness, and greater acuity for thinking and remembering. It's a simple movement, yes, but when done consciously, it becomes a powerful tool to unlock the mind. Exercise 3, conscious tongue movement. This third exercise is undoubtedly one of the most surprising. And although it may seem strange at first, its effects have been documented in scientific studies and proven in clinical practice. It involves moving the tongue in a specific way to activate brain areas related to language, verbal memory, and mental agility. Why does it work? Because the tongue is full of nerve endings connected directly to the brain. Each conscious tongue movement sends intense signals to the area that regulates speech, comprehension, and recall. It's like an internal massage that awakens dormant zones. The exercise is simple, but must be done with attention. Sitting with an erect spine and mouth slightly open, project your tongue as far as you can and hold for a few seconds. Then, move it to the right side, as if wanting to touch your cheek, and then to the left. Next, press your tongue against your palate for a few seconds, alternating between pressure and relaxation. Finally, rotate your tongue in circles inside your mouth, first in one direction and then the other. In total, this entire movement takes approximately 30 seconds. If repeated twice, it completes 1 minute. This exercise is especially useful for those who feel their words are getting tangled, who can't find the right terms when speaking, or who forget names, dates, and important details. Also for those who feel they have ideas in their head but can't express them clearly. This isn't mystical technique or baseless tricks. It's basic neurostimulation. Moving the tongue this way improves articulation, thought fluency, and memory recovery. And most importantly, you can do it right now, wherever you are. You don't need any equipment, just your attention and the will to awaken your mind. Exercise 4, ear massage. This exercise may seem strange at first glance, but its impact is profound. Very few people know that ears don't just serve for hearing. Inside them is one of the most important systems for balance, orientation, and the body's alert state. More than that, ears are directly connected to a central part of the brain that regulates our physical and mental stability, the brainstem. When this area is properly stimulated, visible changes occur. Coordination improves, dizziness decreases, hearing sharpens, and most interestingly, the mind clears. What seemed like trouble walking or mental fatigue often originates from disconnection in this area. And the solution can be as simple as a gentle ear massage. The exercise consists of sitting relaxed and holding both ears with your hands. First, pull them gently upward and hold the position for a few seconds. Then, repeat the movement to the sides, also gently, and then downward. Finally, massage with small circular movements. As if drawing a circle with your fingers around them, this simple gesture activates balance receptors, improves circulation throughout the region, and generates an immediate feeling of relief. In just 30 seconds, you can feel your ears warming, your face relaxing, and your mind beginning to open. Doing it twice a day enhances its effects. There's nothing mystical or improvised about it. Medical studies have shown that this practice significantly improves vestibular system function and auditory processing, two essential factors for preventing falls, sensory disconnection, and mental confusion in elderly people. If you've ever felt like you lose balance when standing up, that you walk a bit crooked without realizing it, or that you need to hold on to something to feel secure, this exercise is for you. But even without obvious symptoms, doing it preventively strengthens communication channels between body and brain. Exercise 5, 1-minute integrated routine. This last exercise is undoubtedly the most powerful. And the best part is that you don't need to do everything separately. You can combine all 5 exercises into a single sequence, simple, practical, and very effective, that lasts exactly 1 minute per day. This combination works as if you were conducting an orchestra. You can have excellent musicians playing separately, but when they all sound together, the music transforms. The brain works the same way. When several areas activate simultaneously, the connection between them strengthens, circulation improves, and the mind lights up completely. I want to tell you about Mrs. Carmen Lopez, an 80-year-old woman living in Seville. When she first arrived, her memory was severely compromised. She spoke slowly, stumbled when walking, couldn't find words, and her neck barely moved. She had all the symptoms at once. She looked at me with some distress and said, "Doctor, do I really have to do all this? It seems too complicated for me." And I understand. 5 different exercises can seem daunting, but when I showed her she could integrate them in just 1 minute, sitting comfortably and without effort, something changed in her expression. She started with doubts but decided to try. I showed her the routine step by step. Sitting, she started by moving her toes up and down while slowly turning her neck from side to side, then opened and closed her toes while moving her neck up and down next. Projected her tongue while gently stretching her ears upward. Moved her tongue from side to side while stretching her ears too. The sides pressed her tongue against her palate while pulling her ears downward and finally rotated her tongue inside her mouth while massaging her ears with circular movements, all gently, without haste. Just 1 minute. In 3 weeks, she returned to the office. She entered walking steadily, speaking clearly, with a smile I hadn't seen before. She said, "Doctor, you won't believe it. Yesterday I remembered the phone number of a friend I hadn't seen in 20 years. This is the power of activating the entire brain at once. Because when it's stimulated completely, the body responds, memory illuminates, and life becomes clearer." Point 3 secrets to enhance results. Now that you know the 5 exercises and how to integrate them into a 1-minute routine, I want to share 3 secrets that can make results come even faster and with greater intensity. The first secret is something very simple: drink a glass of water before starting. You may not have known this, but 80% of our brain is composed of water. When we're well hydrated, neural connections work better, circulation optimizes, and exercise effects multiply. A single glass a few minutes before can make the difference between a mild result and deep improvement. The second secret is to breathe deeply while performing the movements. Inhaling through the nose calmly and exhaling slowly through the mouth activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reduces anxiety, and brings more oxygen to the brain. This type of breathing not only relaxes but literally lights up brain areas that were dimmed. It's like opening a window to let fresh air in. And the third secret is to do the routine accompanied by gentle music you enjoy. It could be tranquil piano, relaxing guitar, or nature sounds. Music activates brain areas related to pleasure, motivation, and memory. Doing these exercises in a pleasant environment transforms the minute into a moment of total well-being. 3 Common mistakes to avoid. Just as important as what to do is knowing what to avoid. There are 3 common mistakes that can slow your progress without you realizing it. The first is doing the exercises too quickly, as if they were just another task to complete. Remember, the brain needs calm. If you hurry, the effect diminishes and you might even get dizzy. The second is forcing your body until you feel pain. It's not necessary. These movements don't require effort. If you feel discomfort, stop. Listen to your body and treat it gently. And the third is lack of consistency. Many people do it once, feel good, and then forget. But the brain loves repetition. If you do it every day, even for just 1 minute, changes accumulate. Memory strengthens, the mind clears, and the body recovers balance. Your mind is waiting. Today you learned a powerful, simple, and accessible routine for anyone, regardless of age. 5 movements that awaken key brain zones. The toes to activate balance, the neck to improve circulation, the tongue to stimulate language and memory, the ears to awaken concentration and stability, and the integrated routine that unites everything and enhances effects. Perhaps while doing it with me, you already felt some tingling in your feet, a small relief in your neck, a sudden clarity in your thoughts. This isn't chance. It's your body reacting. It's your brain saying, I'm here. I still can. Why not? It's not too late. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, 80, or more. Your mind is still alive. Your brain can still renew itself, and all it needs is for you to decide to give it a chance. Just 1 minute per day, nothing more. You don't need expensive medications, complicated routines, or empty promises. Just 2 things: the desire to begin and the consistency to continue. If you've made it this far, you already have something very valuable in your hands, and if you decide to use it, I guarantee that in a few weeks you'll notice the difference. Not just you, people around you will also notice. They'll see your energy, your confidence, your way of speaking and walking. They'll see a new version of you. If this information was useful, share it with those who need it, with that friend who says their mind is tired, with that sister who forgets where she left her keys. Because we all deserve to age with clarity and dignity, and if you decide to start today, I want you to come back in 3 weeks and tell me how it went. I want to read in the comments what changed in you, because your story could be someone's hope. Thank you for being here.